samples of the almost 8,000 films Universal has released over the past 110 years. But fast forward to 2025, we've got some exciting stuff going on. First of all, a roller coaster being built off to our left-hand side. Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. You see how incredible this track looks. Very exciting for it to open next year, 2026. And as far as movies go, we have 4 nominated for Oscars right now: Wicked, Conclave, Nosferatu, and The Wild Robot. 4 incredible films we'll talk a little more about later. But this studio, 400 acres, right? The largest in Hollywood. So large that we are our own city, Universal City, with our own zip code. And coming up off to our right-hand side, our very own fire station, Fire Station 51, where our incredible firefighters are on duty 24/7, keeping us safe in our little city, both in the park and on the studio that we are heading into right now. And the first part of our studio that we'll be driving through today is what we call our front lot. And the front lot is where we do most of our filming inside our sound stages. We have 36 of these sound stages, massive soundproof warehouses essentially that we build our sets inside of. And as we round this first corner, look off to your left-hand side and you'll see the very first soundstage we ever built back in 1929. This is Soundstage 12, and it's been the filming location for everything you're now seeing on your screens. From our monster movies to Scarface to Back to the Future, even being the visitor center in Jurassic Park, all of these iconic set pieces built within the walls of the Soundstage 12. Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas as well. But folks, moving on to some other, the set that he is talking about, this mansion set, this is what it looks like on your screen right here. And it's built inside of 14 off to our left-hand side now. This is the same soundstage Spielberg used for several sequences in Jurassic Park. Probably most notably the sequence where the Jeep crashes down through the tree branches as Dr. Grant and Timmy climb down the tree after the T-Rex attack, filmed right inside of there. So from a mansion in Bel Air to the jungles of Jurassic, all of this built inside of these spaces. Now, off to our right, you'll see soundstages 16 and 17 with some parking signs out front for Loot. Loot is an Apple television series that stars Maya Rudolph, SNL legend. They'll be back later this week, resuming filming. Before that, though, we had Kaylee Cuoco in here, star from The Big Bang Theory, filming her show based on a true story. And before that, Mindy Kaling's Netflix series, Never Have I Ever. But these next two, 18 and 19. 2 years ago, we had Christopher Nolan in here for Oppenheimer, his film going to win Best Picture, filming the Oval Office scene in here with Gary Oldman and Cillian Murphy. And right now, though, it's where we're all set up for season 2 of Ted. Ted is our prequel series, and of course stars our very own family-friendly teddy bear off to our left-hand side, voiced, of course, by Seth MacFarlane. But Ted is here to welcome us to the final portion of our front lot for today. These gray buildings behind him are some of the busiest buildings on our entire studio. And in fact, in these, so I'll say this first, these are our production offices. Filmmakers, producers, actors, writers. In these first offices, we have the creative team Lord and Miller, who are the guys behind the Spider-Verse movies, Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, now Beyond the Spider-Verse. A lot of that work happening back over here. In these further offices down, folks like Jason Bateman from Arrested Development and Elizabeth Banks from Pitch Perfect and the Hunger Games movies. But we also have an Oscar-nominated producer. Cars off to our left-hand side, and we'll get to see a little more of this as we pull forward here. Now, sometimes we have these productions that are so massive in scale, they ask us to not say anything about it, and that's what is going on in our city sets right now. But over the past 2 weeks, our metro sets have been closed off entirely. Today is the first day that we get to drive through a little portion of our metro sets today, and we will get a good look into New York Street and some of the filming that they've got going on. Feel free, of course, to take pictures, videos, whatever you want. I just can't say much about the production. But since we're
over there, an old woman, tough lady. This is my favorite hot dog guy. Hey, buddy, how's it going? Remember me? No. Just like old times. Gotta love New York City. Hey, I'm walking here. I'm walking here. Hey, it's cool, guys. I was just walking there. So it's not exactly New York, but a lot of times when you see New York in the movies, it was shot right here on the Universal Metro set.
That's right, and right now we are making our way through London Square. These yellow buildings off to our right-hand side, often transformed into the buildings of Parliament. Now, the production that's been filming in here didn't film it all in London Square, but it did use London Square for something very interesting. So if you look off to our right-hand side, you'll notice that one picture car parked in front of this kind of bluish storefront off to our right. Now this is where they were doing most of their filming, this small area of New York Street. And what they used the picture cars for is they had about 15 of them lined up on New York Street. And basically, they had those cars drive in circles around London Square, make this round, this corner here, and keep circling around and around and around and around. Now, from the point of view of the camera, it looks like a constant flow of traffic in a city, right? It looks like hundreds of cars are passing by. When in reality, we just have 15 of these period accurate picture cars literally circling this very small area here on New York Street. But we can see even more of those cars off to our right-hand side. This big glass building, probably digitally taken out of this production, is obviously they're trying to achieve some sort of period accurate depiction of whatever city they're creating. But New York Street, it does have that name for a reason, but we aren't limited to New York City. Recently, this was also a 90s Boston for season 2 of Ted. A few years ago, more like 12 years ago, this was Los Angeles and Michael Bay's Transformers, and was even Gotham City in George Clooney's Batman and Robin movie from the late 90s. So it is an incredibly versatile set piece. We have productions of all sorts come and film in here, and again, it's very exciting to see a production of such a massive scale that was filming here the past few weeks. But from the concrete jungle of our city sets, we're now going to make our way up this hill and into the jungles of Skull Island.
So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island. And it's great to have you along for the ride. Now we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, but just have them in your hand because we're about to return to Skull Island.
That's right, and it looks like we're going to be heading in very soon. So please remain seated, keeping those arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times. Feel free to take pictures and videos. Just make sure the flash photography is turned off. Lastly, and most importantly, folks, you're going to want to hold on tight to all of your personal belongings. If you have any on the floor of the tram, put those in your laps now, especially those cell phones. Hold on tight to those, keep them inside of the tram, as it is going to be a very bumpy ride.
The Universal tram is winding its way through a very rough, narrow trail in Skull.
Just got our green light, so stay seated, folks. Secure those personal belongings. Turn off the flash photography. Peter Jackson will let you know when to put those glasses on. for King Kong 360 that epic battle. Here he is to talk just a little bit about it as we see it off to our right.
And an instrumental part of the process of designing the heroes was getting to go to the Universal Archive. Going there, I got to see in person props from the movies, photos from behind the scenes, original illustrations from those movie posters, all this stuff.
And just an incredible homage brought to life by Tristan Eaton, honoring these movies that, again, propelled Universal to the major studio it is today. We'll be going back to these monsters in a moment. Before we do, off to our left are sound stages 30 and 31. You see the logo for The Voice right there. The Voice just got done filming season 26 over there, getting ready for season 27, probably in the next couple of months. And then these next two, 32 and 33, as Nope. In fact, in the movie Nope, starring Daniel Kaluuya and Keke Palmer, he also featured this body of water in the film. And this is the Hollywood Ocean. And with its appearance in Nope, it adds to a 70-year history of the Hollywood Ocean and horror movies, dating back to 1954 when it looked a little more like this. The infamous Black Lagoon, with its most popular inhabitant, of course, Gilman, one of our many monsters, one of our many classic monster movies. Every single one of these movies filmed on our studio, whether they filmed in our sound stages, the Hollywood Ocean, or one of our oldest standing sets on the lot. And our next stop today, folks, I would like to welcome you all to Little Europe. So between the 1920s and 50s, these were some of the most popular sets in the world. But even after these monster movies faded away, productions continued to this place into the good place.
You, Eleanor Shellstrom, are dead.
Cool.
This location, the afterlife, I have never ever seen this. You're in the good place.
I'm not supposed to be here. I can't risk going to the bad place.
Maybe it's not all that bad.
Yeah, how can I help you?
What is the bad place like?
Well, it doesn't sound awesome.
All 4 seasons of The Good Place now streaming digitally. But folks, with a nice look into the Court of Miracles off to our right-hand side, I want to take just one brief moment to talk a little more about these monster movies, because to this day, they remain some of the most influential films ever made.
Think of Universal, we think of monsters.
Here it's this gray house, we call it the Denver house, and we can film entirely on the inside and outside. Essentially, it's a fully functioning house with a kitchen, plumbing, everything that would go into a house is over here. And you may be wondering, why aren't all of the sets built like practical sets, right? It would make a lot of sense for productions to film their exterior footage out here and then have the cameras go right into it. Well, the reason is that filmmakers really prefer using sound stages. So it looks like it's our time to go behind the camera. As we head in here, keep your eyes off to our left-hand side. That's where a lot of the good stuff is going to be. Now, we'll start with this chalkboard that the production has left up for the past few weeks, kind of tracking their progress as they move through this. Looks like they'll be back probably in the next few days, 6 a.m. call time as well. But behind the chalkboard, you'll see lighting equipment, camera equipment, everything that makes it a set. And of course, in this beautiful permanent set, hasn't changed since 1989. But this is the only double-decker soundstage in Hollywood. The first floor, this underground subway station, and the top. Okay, sorry, little tremor. We get those in California, folks. Nothing to worry about. Okay. All right, stay seated, folks. It's gonna be okay. Congratulations, everybody. You all just survived Earthquake, the big one. Give it up for yourselves. This attraction opened up back in 1989, and it is also a fully functioning soundstage. Productions will often film there and utilize that subway set, but of course, Earthquake is how we know and love it. And as we leave, the diver, his name is George, and he's patrolling the harbor, making sure that it's safe for us to be in here. Since George is taking care of us today, I can tell you a little bit about this Amity set. Now, this set right here was built back in Yeah, I'm getting reports, folks. This is a shark, and George is still in the water. Give me 1 second. George, buddy, hey, we did not get the right shark. It looks like it's actually going right for you. Want to hop in the boat, George? In the boat, George. Okay, not to worry. He is wearing some protective equipment. I'm sure he's going to be just fine. That's a lot of blood. Okay, I'm really sorry you all had to see that. We do, though, luckily have a backup plan. We've attached bait to this yellow barrel in the harbor. With any luck, the shark is going to chomp down on that, get caught, and our worries will be over. Let's see if he goes for it. And he has ripped the pier out of its foundation. Gasoline now spraying in the water. Folks, hold on. Bruce. Everyone say bye, Bruce. Bye, Bruce. Bruce is our very own mechanical shark here on the lot. We named it demonstration. The demonstration has begun with some thunder and lightning, and these effects being brought to life by my buddy Johnny, who's in the booth up here. Thank you, Johnny. You have the next one? He says yes. And off to our left-hand side, one of the most important elements in any weather scene, rain. Brought to life by an incredibly complex system of mechanisms. We call them sprinklers. But the beautiful thing about sprinklers is that as soon as your take is over, you can cut the rain off, just like that. Just like... Sorry, the rain's supposed to stop. Johnny, that's enough rain. You're gonna... He fell asleep. That's not good. Cars 3 and 4, I need a big favor from you all. Look off to your left. Top of that hill. If you see any danger heading our way, could you make some noise so our driver Shawl knows that it's time? I just screamed. Shawl can't hear you, folks. That's a flash flood. Everybody, hold on. Thousands of gallons of recycled water draining under the bridge into a pump and getting sucked back up to the top of the hill, only to be released again and again. As you can film, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, star Leonardo DiCaprio and the great Margot Robbie. Normally when productions film in here, it looks a little more like this, bringing in truckloads of dirt to cover the road in and to complete that Western aesthetic. Most recently doing this for the movie Call of the Wild, starring the legend Harrison Ford. But even the name, 6 Points, dates back to the silent film era in Hollywood history. We are going to retrace our steps a little bit. We're going to make a big U-turn out of here, head back past Amity Island one more time. But since we are going to get that one last look at Amity, I'd like to welcome in Steven Spielberg, Academy Award-winning filmmaker, Dangers of Amity, now to the comforts of our cozy country house. Coming up off to our right-hand side is the Chicken Ranch. This practical set built on our lot back in the early 1980s for this Dolly Parton movie musical, though has been used plenty since. And from the Chicken Ranch, folks, want to let you all know that we're about 15 minutes until the end of the tour, so a final reminder to remain seated, arms and legs inside the vehicle. Again, if you need my assistance, that cord is just above your heads. But we're now making our way up Steven Spielberg Drive, this little stretch of road affectionately named after the Oscar-winning director. And I want to say one other thing about Spielberg. But as we round the corner here, I'm going to start off to our left, where we will see one of our glamour trams from 1964. Actually took guests around the lot 60 years ago. And then back to our right, Tom Selleck's Ferrari from Magnum PI, his 308 driven in the series. Off to our left, Jeep Wrangler Sahara, as well as the Gyrosphere from the Jurassic franchise, with some more prehistoric models from the live-action Flintstones. Back to our right, one of my favorites, the blue Ford Anglia. That's the flying car from the beginning of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Back to our left, Dom's muscle car from Fast, as well as some more from the franchise. And we close out this area with two Transformers, Bumblebee and this Decepticon. But as we pass by something as sinister as a Decepticon, it leads us wonderfully to our next stop. Welcome, everybody, to the Bates Motel. Now, this picture car, driven in the film by the woman on your screen, Janet Leigh, played Marion Crane in the movie and took this car to the Bates Motel before checking into room 1, that closed door next to the open office door. Okay, that is Norman Bates, and he came out of Marion's room. I'm not sure why is he going to her car as well. Okay, folks, I am getting this weird sinking feeling in my stomach, so I'm gonna talk to Shawl. I think we probably need to get tour security out here. I really don't have a good feeling about what Norman's up to.
Oh my god.
Okay, yeah. Do me a favor, everyone. Please take out your phones, take some pictures and videos of this. We do need to take this back to the park with us. And I'm going to go ahead and turn off my microphone now on the off chance he hears me. It'd be a disaster for all of us. Trust me, you don't want to see it. Whoops. Hey, Norman, nothing to worry about. We just got here, so we're going to... Yeah, he's nodding his head yes. Folks, I think we're good. That's not good. All right, Norman, we're going to leave you here. Car 4, keep those arms and legs inside the vehicle. He wants those. As you can see, folks, we have nothing to worry about. Killers in movies didn't run before the 80s, so we'll be fine today at 8 miles an hour. Maybe next time, Norman. Oh, Norman, we're in a traffic jam, folks. He's going to come back. Now we're stopped. You cannot escape him when you're not going anywhere. Folks, Norman left behind there. Now, I guess we're going to, go back in there. All right. Psycho is one of the most influential films of all time. Hitchcock, at the time, there was a censorship board that basically every movie that was made in America had to go to the censorship board, and they would basically review your film and see if it was appropriate to be put in cinema. Regardless of the rating, they would make the final decision, is your film appropriate to be viewed by American audiences? And Psycho didn't pass the test. There was actually 2 scenes that didn't pass the test in Psycho. The first one was the infamous shower scene, of course. They thought it was too violent, too inappropriate, and the way that Hitchcock cut the scene as well, they thought generally was too inappropriate. So they sent that scene and the footage of it, the physical film footage, back to Hitchcock, and they said, you need to re-edit this scene. Practical sets, and there's one more part of this that is facades. Now, the Bates house originally was a facade, which essentially means the front of it looks like the Bates residence, but the back of it looks what is on your screen right now. So, the plane crash set from Steven Spielberg's 2005 sci-fi thriller War of the Worlds. This film starred Tom Cruise and Dakota Fanning, and this is a real airplane. It flew commercially throughout the 1970s before being happily retired to an airplane graveyard. That is where the production team picked it up from, destroyed it, and shipped it to this exact spot for filming back in 2004. So this plane has been sitting in this exact spot for now almost 21 years.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around a vision of Steve.
So you get to sit down to talk about War of the Worlds. I thought, what if the 747 goes down right next to the neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing good. Keep your eyes on me. Listen, now, listen. I want you to close your eyes, okay? Now, closed. Robbie, get in. Get in.
and the story of how this plane to fit on the flatbeds of semi-trucks driving from Arizona to California. But you'll also notice the roof has been ripped off of the plane. Now, if you've seen the movie, you'll know that the aliens have those laser beams that cut through anything. And I think when you watch the movie, you kind of assume that this got hit by a laser beam and right down the middle of the plane. But the only reason the roof was ripped off is so that it would fit under the overpasses driving on the to show what a brilliant filmmaker Steven Spielberg is, that even in the destruction of this plane to ship it out here, he was thinking about story, right? He was thinking about how this plane must have gone down, so all of the destruction made within the mind in just a moment. But Steven, hugely influential figure here at Universal, and actually got his start with us here at Universal, not as a director, but as for it. Please welcome in Oscar-winning filmmaker Jordan Peele.
Movie magic only happens when a team of collaborators, often in the hundreds, work together to take an impossible mission and bring it to life. This is Jupiter's Planet, a nostalgic, small-time Southern California amusement park owned by former child star Ricky Jupe Park. Over there, look into the winking well and have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie Kid Sheriff. That's what this whole place is loosely based on. Remember that one? No? Right. A little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso experience, built to showcase an unbelievable new live show. It's not looking so live anymore. Anyway, behind this Hollywood fantasy of old Rush fights lies a sinister secret. It is smack dab in the center of the promised land. What's a bad miracle? Welcome to the world of no.
We're gonna take his advice, make our way out of here. This voice, of course, belongs to Steven Yeun, played Ricky Jupe Park in the film. And if you'd like an answer to this mystery, be sure to check out Nope. It is a marvelous film, streaming now digitally. You can also find it on Blu-ray, and recently it was announced Jordan Peele is working on his 4th movie now. Very excited to see what he adds into his catalog next. But folks, we have talked about a lot of movies on our tour today, right? So I think it is only appropriate that as our tour comes to an end this afternoon, we close this whole thing out by heading directly into one. So sit back, relax, as we begin our movie today with an ominous call from the FBI.
Look, this might be more serious than I thought. What just happened? This is a secure line. Who are you?
I'll tell you who I am, boy. I'm the reason bad guys use a nightlight. I'm the reason the boogeyman begs his mama to look under his bed. And I'm the reason you just lost control of this whole operation. My name is Special Agent Luke Hobbs of the U.S. Diplomatic Security Service.
A little bit of information, so keep those glasses handy. You don't need them yet. I'll let you know when to put those on. For now, welcome to Sullivan Truck Repair. Oh, and it looks like they'll be meeting us in here, giving us a little more information before we move forward.
Listen, hello, beautiful people, particularly right there, missing the third row. I need
vintage. Think of it as like a Mona Lisa on wheels.
Excellent. So did you break it down to them?
What's that?
You had one job to do, and one. Alright, look guys, we're gonna keep Shaw from finding you, but to keep you safe, we need your help. We don't want the syndicate tracking us here, so put away your cameras and turn off your cell phones. One flash or one ringtone will give us away.
I need y'all to take this real serious.
Okay, pull into the next bay. Meet him in there.
So like I was saying, the third row right here is in your cars.
We are just about to move into that next area. Feel free to take pictures and videos again. Make sure the flash is turned off. And again, I'll let you know when to put those 3D glasses on. For now, it sounds like we're about to head on in to the race day after party.
Roman Pierce, FBI, don't move. Neil, that's right, party's over.
You know how long I took to iron this shirt, man? I'm not...
You're under arrest right now.
Ladies, just back up a little bit. I got it. It's lightweight. First of all, I don't work for you.
Oh, really? Well, tell me, Roman, who do you work for?
We don't work for nobody. I suggest you clear out of here, otherwise we can't guarantee your safety.
Guarantee my safety? I'm the one holding the gun.
Yeah, but mine's a whole lot bigger than yours. Hobbs, escort this novice out.
Let's go, Cookie Puss. You got an ugly suit on, man. It's cheap.
Somebody out there really pissed off Shaw. It's gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah, don't worry. Lucky for you, our whole family will protect you.
Are you kidding me, Roman? You didn't shut off your phone, bro?
I gotta call you back. I'm in the middle of...
See what I'm talking about?
Call you back.
Man.
It was on vibrate.
Shaw traced us. Hobbs can't hold him forever. Letty, Roman, we're up. Driver, move that vehicle.
It's about to get real interesting. Mona Lisa's all warmed up right next door.
Roman, grab your truck. I need you and Letty ready to roll.
Looks like parking garage for a moment, so stay seated. Go ahead and put on those protective 3D glasses.
One of you is the witness. Speak now or you all get fried.
This is our turn.
After them.
Okay, guys, it's showtime. Come to the left. This thing ain't moving fast enough. Roman, Letty, hook him up. Now we're moving.
God, look out! You give me the witness to rip up the code of the game.
Folks, that was Fast and Furious Supercharged. Give it up for Dom and his crew.
Good job, everybody. You protected the witness and you can resume breathing.
It was crazy out there.
No, my Mona Lisa got messed up a little bit, but it's all good. We got through it. Y'all have
Park, so if you do me one last favor and give it up for our driver, Shaw. Shaw took care of us today. He's the best in the business. Thank you, Shaw, and thanks again to all of you for joining with us on the world-famous Universal Studio Tour. Once we get back, you'll see some bins provided for those 3D glasses. Be sure to toss them in there. You'll see a studio directory as well if you'd like to check current wait times in the park. For now, though, just please remain seated until one of our incredible Studio Tour ambassadors opens the gate for you off to your left-hand side. Once that gate has been fully opened, you are free to stand and exit. Watch your step when you do. And please enjoy the rest of your day here at Universal Studios Hollywood. Looks like might be just a moment longer, so we can keep. Thanks for your patience just now. Once we get back here again, stay seated until those gates are opened up. Watch your step when you go. Have a wonderful rest of your day. That's all I got. Thanks again, everybody. As they say here in Hollywood, that's a wrap. We'll just wait a quick moment for these gates next to us to be opened.
A few moments later.
For snack, we got our lard lad donut, maple bacon flavored. And we also have a bag of popcorn.
A few moments later.
Hurry up, Leo!